Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find an upright position if possible. You don't want to be bent over like this or too tight like this. You just want to find a spot that is comfortable for you, just as long as your back is straight, not tight, not too loose. You can sit in a chair, you can lie in a bed, doesn't really matter. Just find a spot that is easy for you to sit for the next 15 minutes or so. We also don't close our eyes during this meditation practice. And there's many reasons for this, but the main one is that we want to blur the line between what we call a formal meditation practice and the rest of our life. We seem to just take up things, like take up exercise, we take up education, we take up learning something. But meditation really isn't this space that we do it and then we go on with the rest of our day. It's something that transforms the entirety of our life, makes it completely transformational. So we don't want to have this dividing line. Because our eyes are open during the day, that helps divide the line. So we practice with our eyes open. So it's more available to us. However, if you have learned to meditate with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. There's no restraints here. You really just want to find what's comfortable for you. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just drop them a little bit below, but in front of you. Not staring or analyzing, but also not fuzzy and backed up, blurry. Just a light gaze down. Back straight, not tight. Eyes open, down. Let's begin today by taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Only we want our out breath to be about twice as long as the in breath. Ready? In through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out. In, and out. We're not doing anything in particular here. Let go of all need to get somewhere, to accomplish the to-do list, to figure out some sort of situation. Give yourself permission right now to not worry at all about the things you have to do today, the people you need to see, the tasks you need to accomplish, the person you want to become. Just drop it all. Let go of the heavy burden of the future. and come back with your attention to just this. Now, just sit here as though you were just born with no past, as if you didn't come from anywhere at all. There's no story, no birthplace, no relationships, just this. Come back here and rest. Bring your attention to your body. Notice what it's like from the inside. Tingling, pressure, emotion. Notice how your body is taking up space, how it fills part of the room you're in. And there's nothing you can do about it. It just is. Simply remain with the sensations of the body. Notice them. Don't judge them. Don't name them. Just be with it. And rest. And if you're normal, you notice that your attention keeps running away into some worry or thought of the future, planning, regret. This is a habit we have formed our entire lives. We have formed the habit to be overly attentive to thinking. So we identify with it. We say, it's me. But when you notice that you've lost the attention of your body because you're following some thought, we just come back gently to the sensation of the body. In fact, it's easier to just notice the sensations of breathing. Watching the breath as it goes in and noticing the breath as it goes out. Just stay here with the breath. You will get lost in thought again. Just gently come back to breathing and remain. Come back. Come back to the breath. Gently, effortlessly, with no goal in mind. You may feel uncomfortable, some negative emotions arising, or some bad memories. Just give yourself some space to just feel it as it is, not getting rid of it, not pushing it away, but saying yes to the uncomfortable. Saying yes not to get rid of it, but to accept it as it is. Allow it to remain, and just stay with the breath. Come back. Wake up from thinking. Return to breathing. All right. You can look at the screen. You know, a lot of our frustration and unsatisfactoriness of life simply comes from us trying to resist, us trying to run away from it. Like if we're in pain, we don't want to be in pain, so we try to get away from it. And it's like this internal struggle. If we're unhappy, we want to get away from it. If we're tired, we want to get away from it. And what happens is we're beginning the wrong way. We're running first. And so there's this contrast, just like this pull, and it gets more intense. The more you run away from something, the more it tries to catch up with you. And all of us know this. For example, when you have a headache and it hurts. But have you ever had a headache and there's a difference between sitting down and being really frustrated by the headache, or you watch a TV show and you don't really feel it as much because you're distracted. But see, the pain that we feel with a headache is exacerbated by thinking incessantly about it, by believing in the thoughts that want to stop having it. So when we have uncomfortable feelings like anxiety or anything, the first thing we want to do is run. But if any of you are familiar with panic attacks like I am, the moment that feeling starts to arise and I want to get away from it, it just comes even more. And then you get worried that you're worrying. And then you get worried that you're worried that you're worried. And it just becomes this mess and a spiral. Instead of running, we turn towards it and accept it. We allow it to be. We don't run because running is resisting reality. Once we turn towards it, it's not really what you think it is. And not turn towards it in order for it to go away, because that's still more running. Turn towards it and accept it. Truly accepting it. And it's not what you think. So it's less of a burden. And when we stop running, it doesn't hurt. I have a short story. I learned this when I was in college. I was having a particularly bad day. And I'm sure you know, one of these days where everything's just wrong. Everything goes wrong. You know, just a little thing drops on the floor. When I try to put it on the counter and it dropped, and of course that happened. And then I didn't get enough sleep last night because I was thinking too much about something else. And then somebody said this to me, and of course I have to go to work. You know, just that kind of thinking. And it was so bad, but I was walking down the street and I was like, you know what? I was just such in a bad mood, just basking in it. And I was like, you know what? Let's see how mad I can actually get. How irritated can I actually get? So I did this not as a meditation trick. This was just random. I just was like, you know what? Let me get even more mad, even more tired. And I started like coming up with reasons to get even angrier on purpose though. And what I realized is when I did that, it stopped being so painful. I stopped becoming so obsessed with the negative thoughts. In fact, I started laughing. I was like, that is really stupid, isn't it? And so I learned then that going with it was actually where the freedom lies. Acceptance is really a true insight of a life that is examined. I appreciate you showing up today and showing up for your life. And I hope this meditation was some use to you. I make a meditation video like this every single day, so show up if you are wanting to start a meditation practice and join me. I answer all questions, and I love to hear how your meditation is going. Thanks again for your time, showing up for your life. And remember to accept. Don't run. I'll see you tomorrow.